Hello, I'm here to say I'm sorry for this video being late. Firstly, I'm ill, and I'm only getting worse. So don't be surprised if later in this week there are videos that are missing or very late. I'm not sure, depends how bad it gets. Secondly, we've had family here that I wasn't expecting and didn't record ahead for, so that's been fun to try and work around. And thirdly, never pay Adobe for anything. They do not give you a program that works. It's a scam. It's a complete ripoff. I'm having to set up my old PC so I can render this video off on that. So, sorry about this being late, but I'll try and fix that for tomorrow. Or maybe I'll go to war with Adobe. Welcome, Rimrims and fellow spooksters, to the adventures of yellow-haired Anne. That didn't sound good. Oh, it's an eclipse. Okay, no, that is very good. What I was about to say before I was rudely interrupted there is yesterday we captured another vampire. And this wasn't just any old vampire. This is another Generation 5 vampire. Extremely powerful. Arguably as powerful, well, I mean, arguably more powerful than Anne, given that Anne doesn't really have any combat abilities, but the gargoyle almost certainly does. And my grand idea for bringing another... Okay. And my grand idea for bringing in a whole other vampire was that it would allow us to take some of the more valuable slaves and turn those into ghouls as well. Keep them in the slave area, of course. But now we're in the industrial era, we do need a little bit of a hand when it comes to raiders. We've already seen a drop pod raid yesterday land in the middle of the map and blow through our walls before our people were even... well, we're even near the kill box. But I am also a little bit concerned having a very, very powerful vampire hang around. Luckily, that decision may have been solved for us. Because, of course, yesterday, Anne finally softened her heart and gave into love. Love with none other than Arrogant Awesome. Now, there are a lot of great suggestions for how to keep that other vampire, should we recruit them, under healed. Make sure that Anne is always in charge of this colony. But I'm not sure I can justify having another potentially stronger vampire kicking around. There is a way we can make Arrogant more relevant and more worthy of Anne's undying affection. Literally. And a way we can stop this vampire overshadowing Anne. It's very simple. We get the vampire, this vampire, to embrace Arrogant as another vampire, Generation 6, and then Arrogant eats the vampire. It's very simple stuff. Now, someone said vampires can also form a blood bond with one another, which makes them, well, bonded. And we could do that with some random vampire, or we do exactly what I said and have Arrogant devour the soul of this vampire that's becoming 5th generation, and then blood bond him and Anne. Oh yeah, there it is. Feed on Natter, create blood bond. The problem with my idea is that we have to recruit them first, and as many of you pointed out in the comments yesterday, will of 120.9, resistance 243. On the plus side, though, we do have Anne. Anne, with her 26.32 social, I guess would be able to get through this pretty fast. I'm going to force her to go and chat with this vampire and just see how much resistance is reduced by, and then we can kind of figure out how long this will take roughly. But I think that method will solve all of our problems. It dropped from 243 to 240. Low mood. I suppose if we're trying to recruit them and not enslave them, raising their mood as high as possible would make a lot of sense. Okay, hear me out. We make this a prisoner bed. To make it as convenient as possible, we're just going to anesthetize this vampire and carry them over. Then we'll just dump you here and treat you as if you're some sort of VIP. I mean, you are a VIP. Arrogant is going to be very grateful for you being here. And I don't know a huge amount about the World of Darkness lore, which is where the vampires come from originally, but somebody said that the gargoyles were created to serve other vampires. Actually, tidying up all these cables reminds me that there were a lot of comments on yesterday's episode of people asking how I did that. Using the designator shapes mod, you can just set it to flood fill, and then it will follow the shape that you click on. So say, for example, we want to fill the wall of the cathedral very quickly with power conduits, you just click on it, and that's it. Downside to that, though, is that it is a flood fill tool, so you get situations like this where if you've got multiple layers of wall, you'll have to go around and kind of manually tidy the whole thing up. Ooh, only 228 more to go. How exciting. Well, I guess while we wait for the 2 to 3 years that'll take, we'll do a little bit more research. We do have modern furniture. Wow, that's a hell of an upgrade. Orgone? Orgone? Something like that. Extraction. That will allow us to make other types of servants. More advanced, I think they're more combat variety. Central heating. Unlocks geothermal heating. That could be very, very good. I think let's go for the modern furniture to start things off. Immediately going from medieval gloomy deco to full-on modern house in the space of a few short years is incredible. Ah, thank you, research settlement. But I hate to say it, as useful as they've been, we can't afford them anymore. We've only got 1,610 silver left, and they're costing us 1,066 silver every time we do that. How long until our other settlement is established? We've got half a day on one and 1.3 days on the other. Oh, hydroponics. Wow. We don't have sun lamps, but that would do so much for us. It would not only make the slave area way more effective because they could get way more yield, but we could also grow things like cloth and actually build a bunch of furniture that we just straight up can't build right now. Oh, no. Okay, then. We just got the first subquest for our masquerade. We've also got another quest here that gives a trait giver that I could be quite tempted with. I was looking for a psychic pacifier. If we can get one of those, we can immediately recruit our vampire friend. But no such luck. Wow, okay. Hello, Imperium. Seems like early industrial age has just given them a whole bunch of battle mounts. My god. Look at this. Such massive energy from the person riding the Chimera. And they're going to go right in the gap in that wall, caused by another meteor. A lot of meteors on this map. Have you noticed that? Okay, and no pressure, but this is a complete mess. Okay, go. Nice. And then, you... No. We want to possess the ones on the animal backs, right? Because then they're playing off. Outstanding. There we go. Where is the one on... There you are. You die. Nice. Okay. This is pretty much just going to be an ant juggling fest, I'm afraid. Okay, you're gone. And you die as well. Okay, that one's... go chase that one down. Go chase that one down. You sleep. And then Anne, just get in there. Just rip them apart. Justin, kill them all. No. No. You know how many times I said this wasn't anime? There we go. There we go. There we go. It's all coming together. That person's still flailing around on the wall. That's good. You're down. We could just capture them. They're right here. Oh! Oh, no, wait, that was one of the people we possessed. All right, that's fine. Our archers, all of the ghouls did an incredible job. They genuinely really held it together there. And assuming we can save Raptor Jesus and Francisco wherever you are, what the hell happened over here? That tiny child beat him up. That tiny chem-shined child. Oh, well, you know what is huge priority then? Making sure we can keep the corpse freezer frozen. If we can do that, we can guarantee that there's always food for... Okay, so we haven't got anything yet. We can guarantee that there are always food for any other servants that we create. And you know, I don't think any of these are going to do it. Wait, fire foam poppers and fire suppression. I feel like you're trying to tell me something. Now, while we wait for that, let's go back to the Persona Vampire Greatsword, because this is going to take a very long time. 13 crafting, 13 artistic, 13 melee. I think I said that Buffy would be the easiest one to train up, right? Let me just double check here. Buffy's the only one with any significant arts. 4 but a double passion, no, that would take too long. I think it'd be quicker to train Buffy up in crafting than it would be to train Hippie Springbeer up in artistic. So let's put Buffy, sorry Von Helsing, on crafting training for a while. We do have a staggering amount of devil strands, so we could just have her make cowboy hat after cowboy hat after cowboy hat, and then actually, how much work does it take? That's what we want to go for, the amount of work per ingredient. Oh, we can actually make those now. Okay, well, that's pretty good. I've gone through everything, and as far as I can tell, the best work to ingredient ratio is the corset and the formal vest. So I guess we'll just say do that forever, and then recycle apparel, and then we'll just go ahead and say only corsets, just because I don't want them taking apart anything valuable. And then to speed things up, we'll just put down a stockpile zone for only Devil Strand. And let's be reasonable here. I don't think we're going to recruit that vampire by the end of today, so our Aragon project is going to be a little bit by the wayside. The sword, though? I think that's within striking range. Oh, but we can make this so much easier for ourselves. We take the quest to give our own faction, the Camarilla, 7 of our slaves for 13 days. They give us the trait giver, and then we use that to give Buffy some sort of crafting trait. Let's hope they can actually take slaves, because they want 7 colonists, and I don't have 7 colonists. Here, you guys? Yeah, you see there is an issue with that. You've given me a quest I can't possibly fulfill. For fuck's sake. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, we actually can't do this quest. Even if I were to send our regular people, we can't do it. Okay, I mean, I can't help you there, fella. Both my grand plan and my day are ruined. Is that who I think it is? Anne May, will you marry me? At some point in the coming days or quadrants, they will have a marriage ceremony. That is, of course, Aragon, Awesome, and Anne Guine. Oh, and in even better news, we've got a better cabinet. Never occurred to me that putting Aragon there constantly in the path of Anne, who's going back and forth to feed on the blood bags, would be a massive bonus to their relationship. What? Aragon Awesome is quite clearly looking at that statue. Yet it says he's listening to the radio. Is he being whispered to by that statue? What on earth? The man has gone completely mad. What's wrong with these behemoths, sorry? 4 man-hunting behemoths in exchange for either 2 psychic readers, another resurrector mate, which to be fair at this point probably wouldn't hurt, Eltec's helmet. Sure, I'll take the resurrector mate, why not? Buffy is making grand progress towards the sword. She currently has 9.6 crafting. This is going to take forever. Everything we've got going right now is going to take forever. But on the plus side, though, we've got a lathe, which eventually unlocks machining. There are really no big tasks to do right now besides wait for research, right? The armor we've got, though very slow, is going to be better than any early industrial armor we could possibly make, even flak armor. 98% sharp armor is going to be great for a very, very long time. I think weapon upgrades probably couldn't hurt. What can we actually make right now that has a good DPS? Thrombo Horn Bow. Oh, wow, that's actually staggeringly good when you consider the Arbalest we've got to do 3.8 DPS. And these do 11.5. Where do we craft those? Oh, just here. Okay. Thrombo, bow, horn. There it is, Thrombo Horn Bow. It is very expensive. We need 150, I assume, ingredients. 150 Thrombo Fur, 20 silver, 2 Thrombo Horns. Yikes, okay, so that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, the next best is the War Bow, which we could craft pretty consistently. It's only very slightly better than the Arbalest, so I don't think that's worth it either. One advanced component for the lathe, but it does more or less pay for itself eventually, so I'm fairly happy with that one. So I guess to change of plan then, rather than trying to upgrade the people, we'll try and upgrade the base itself. That, I assume, is our behemoths. Okay, let's be careful. Yes! Yes! Was that good? Oh no! Oh shit! What have I agreed to fight? Why do I do this to myself? Oh! That was close. I would like you to join us. Hang on. Brace. Now. Okay. Friendly behemoth. Kill your friends. Okay, and then you die. Honestly, if we didn't have Anne, this would be a complete massacre. Thank God she conveniently has these horribly overpowered powers. Any other colony would be completely dead as dicks. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and finish that off. Ah, thank you. Perfect. I mean, it's not like we really need the Resurrector Mech serums. We've seen more this series. I think I've seen in every other series combined. Now that I think about it, I don't think Buffy is the right choice for this. I think that Anne would be the better choice. She has the melee stat, which is going to be quite hard to train up with Buffy. She has a passion in art, and her crafting is pretty good as well. Buffy has to get 5 levels in melee, 4 levels in crafting, but she's good on artistic. Anne has to get 5 levels in artistic and 4 levels in crafting. But Anne actually has a passion in one of those skills where Buffy doesn't. Not to mention the fact that Anne works pretty damn fast. 240% manipulation. I think she's the right choice. Well, the problem with that is who do we now get to take over Anne's jobs? Oh, God. Muffin Man can do it, but yeah, I guess we don't have a choice. Okay, so you are on tailoring then. And let's be honest, Anne crafting her own magic vampire sword seems a bit more on brand than just getting Buffy the Ghoul to do it. I love animals! Whoa, we're down to 175. That high mood has made a lot of difference. Well, it hasn't. It's made, you know, 2 resistance difference, but when you've got 200 plus resistance to break down, that's quite good. One thing our research settlement also helped us out with was a bin. If I can see a bin. Ah, there we go. Now, let's be reasonable here, though. This is still going to be Anne's bedroom the second we're done diablerizing Natta. I think, given that it's Anne's bedroom, she wouldn't just have a steel bin. And I mean, that's not just any bin. That's basically like a dumpster in her bedroom. She would have the finest... Please tell me I can. Oh, that's so good. She would have the finest bin, made of solid diamonds. And in fact, we could probably give Nata a bit of a bedroom upgrade here as well. Oh, and hang on, Nata never needs to rest. So we can probably get a lot more recruitment attempts than normal on Nata compared to regular colonists who sleep for bloody ages. And given that Anne is also the warden, it's a 24-hour, basically the second it goes off cooldown, she could be back in there recruiting them again. In that case, let's decorate things a little bit. Can we get a diamond royal dresser? Absolutely we can. I love the rustic furniture too. Look at this. Diamond royal Tudor bed? Why yes, don't mind if I do. Diamond royal end table. How many diamonds have we got? We had a lot fall on the church, to be fair. Wow, this furniture is incredible. We need like a grand dining area. And we have a spare room directly off of the throne room we're not doing anything with. Sure. 679 diamonds. I assume I've used a lot of those up. A ruby dining room would be quite nice. Seems somewhat on brand, given the whole red theme we've got going on. Look, she's back in there already. I said that we wouldn't be able to recruit them today. I'm going to aim for it. Might just mean this episode is a little bit late, though. But it would be so huge. It would be gigantic. Oh. Oh, Lord. I think that would take even Anne quite some time. Art. That is art. I mean, gas extraction couldn't be any more perfect. It's the ideal middle ground between full-on industrial biovats, which really did come out of left field, and medieval candle power. It is the perfect middle ground. Use steam, but we're thinking bigger than We're going to have to get rid of this wall then and tap whatever gas that we have on the map. If I double-click there, oh, we've got another one somewhere. Where are you hiding, little gas? Oh, outside the walls. I suppose. Oh, damn it. The castle gate is 3x2. What am I going to do with that? I really do love the castle walls mod, but all the walls are such weird sizes. It makes it super inconvenient to work with. Like, that right there is a prime example. Like, where the hell am I supposed to fit this onto to make it correlate to the actual walls? What the fuck? Who is this little shit? He just came into my base and cut down my anima tree. Carrying wood? The Exodus Imperium? No fucking way did they send a single person to come and chop down my anima tree. What? Oh, you are in a lot of trouble, young man. Sit, kid. That is the type of espionage, like, I've never seen before. I am at a loss for words. Yeah, no, you're right. That is a slight issue. We can't afford to pay our colonies anymore. Our 2 settlements are finally established, but I haven't got any silver to build anything there. I suppose doing anything is better than doing nothing. I mean, it's not going to give us much profit at all, but there we are. Ah, 38. How exciting. Now, this name for the new metal working settlement was a stroke of genius from someone in the comment section. They said call it Anvil, which just, it's supreme. It works in 3 different ways. And then I'll grab a name for the animal settlement from a few episodes back when I asked for it. Unless anyone has something good, but it has to be a supremely good pun. What are you doing with that? You're going to feed a dead behemoth to the prisoner. Are we really that short on food? Wow. Yeah, no, we really are. Okay, let's turn that back on, because we don't have enough power to run the bloody stove. We did have, but I've dared to build a lamp since then. And the lathe takes up 800 watts. Bloody hell. Okay, yeah, no, definitely go and turn that off. Cut down my anima tree, will you? Yeah, we'll see about that. No one will ever rescue you now, tiny child. I will admit, I'm not entirely sure how the food situation has got so bad. We don't have food anywhere. Like, in the slave quarters, it's completely empty. In the main base, we've got raw meat. And these people are going to some serious extremes to not go hungry. My God. Francisco has gotten food poisoning from eating the body of an 8-year-old. I'm not really surprised. I will be the first to admit that gas-powered vampire castle was not really what I had planned, but it is just so perfect. We're going to have safe and sensible gas storage in the towers. Safe and sensible, I guess, right next to these open flames. Oh, and machining. Damn it. Now comes the moral question of, do we arm the slaves with chainsaws so they can harvest mushrooms faster? Or will they just end up killing one another with them? I mean, it's a great look. 93 Oh, Lord. I mean, look, we've got more than halfway there, but maybe assuming I'd get that done today was, generous, brave. Now, we were almost entirely out of steel ingots again, so I've increased all of the slave priority to high-tier smelting and high-tier mining, which worked out pretty well until they ran out of iron ore, because I realized they mine iron ore one at a time. Unlike coal, which they mine by the 1,000, iron ore is literally an iron ore. We can actually build guns, though. I've set up some impossible tasks. I really have. Trying to recruit this vampire with 200 resistance. That's quite difficult. Training our people up to be able to craft the vampire persona greatsword. Also very, very difficult. But I'll take the small victories. I'll take machining happily. And not just machining, but now we also have a fully gas-powered castle. Look at that. Well, I say fully. We've got people in the bioreactors, but they're not... I mean, they're barely making any difference. And of course, as soon as we get the gas lines on, we lose over 1,000 behemoth meat, 89 resistance. My god, we actually might be able to do it. We've also got a prosthetics table. I mean, that could be very good, because with the ghouls, we want them all to be permanently blind, right? And that means whenever they lose a limb and I want to regrow it using their vampire powers, it might prioritize their eyes because they have 0%. With a prosthetics table, though, we don't have to go through all the rigmarole of reblinding them and having the ceremony and that taking up even less time than we have. Oh, good. Hello. Oh, my god. 41 merklings. Okay, that genuinely could be quite difficult. 4 behemoths, 3 cataphracts, you name it. Small numbers and can deal with. 41 merklings, though. That's a little different. Raptor Jesus' head ghoul. Raptor Jesus, I'm going to give you the opportunity to jump on this ballista and help us out a little bit. Okay. Here we go. Let's possess. Immediately you. Oh my god, a psychic drone as well. I think they may have shot the one we possessed. That's quite annoying. Oh god, please don't go on cooldown. Holy shit. Priscilla, you legend. Oh, look at it go. I don't know that she's doing much good. Holy crap. There's cougars as well. I can't even see Anne at this point. She's under there somewhere, I promise. I think Priscilla did some serious heavy lifting there, my god. I think Raptor Jesus just shot Muffin Man with a ballista bolt. Did you just turn on us? Well, we can't double check, unfortunately. And here comes the Goliath, ready for combat. We've actually done a really good job with training the animals today, because that's been a really big problem. Except the Goliath is so freaking slow, I don't think it's ever going to be useful in combat. I could just have it live in the corpse freezer. Oh, I guess that's fine. Set its roaming area to, like, there and, like, here. Why is the castle filled with deer? What? Colonists are gathering to celebrate Anne and Aragon's marriage. Are they, though? It certainly doesn't look as if they are. Oh, well, everyone else has turned up. Anne, what are you doing? Come on. Late to our own wedding. But here we are. Or not. Anne? Just an astoundingly big dick play turning up to your own wedding on a unicorn and then riding away. Ah, here she is, back at last. I'm glad that she actually bothered to get off of the unicorn. Well, this is lovely. Unless you're King Stitch, at which point it's terrible. What a fantastic time. You know, I was really worried nothing would happen today, given that our goals are, again, very, very lofty. Kind of ridiculous, to be honest. But this is nice. This is definitely something to celebrate. I just wish, Aragon, I had a delicious vampire for you to chow down on. I'm not talking about Anne. Oh, God. Do we want to commit to the flamethrowers? Do we want to commit to heavy flamers? We need the exoskeleton for that, but I'm not sure we can make them yet, can we? No. I will, however, definitely take those. We might need a kind of middle ground gun to fill the gap before we swap over. Oh, but we don't have gunsmithing. Okay, well, in that case, we will make Anne a grinder. We'll make Buffy a chainsaw. Von Helsing gets a drill. And Muffin Man gets nothing, because we don't have any cooking implements, I'm afraid. I won't bother making Anne the flamethrower, because we're going to try and make her that vampire sword at some point. It never ends. It actually never ends. Hello? Oh, well, that one seems a bit easier. What, they bleat like a goat. Oh, I mean, obviously they're part goat. I just thought the lion might have taken prominence there. Look at the female chimera. It actually has the lioness body and the female goat head. That's good attention to detail. I like that. Squad, whenever you're ready, that would be ideal. Ah, shit. Okay. Let's come back up here then. Oh, good lord. Oh, Buffy. Oh, sweet Buffy. They breathe fire. Of course they fucking breathe fire. The Goliath. The Goliath is on fire. It's still doing nothing. What will it take to get the Goliath to fight? Get away from Buffy. Get away from Buffy. Get away from Buffy. Kill that one. Kill that one. You go to sleep. She's in there. I cannot control her. That Goliath sucks. It's just standing there burning. Well, that was way harder than I expected. Thanks, Goliath. Wouldn't have been able to do that without you. Fucking useless thing. A whole episode I spent on that. All my vitae back. 89 resistance still. Ah. Yeah, sorry if it's not too inconvenient because someone put out the fire on Travis Trash. 7 conditioning 10. Okay, so you're actually fine though. Well, I mean, obviously not fine, but not gonna die anytime soon. 67 remaining. 67. Still. Just give me your TV. Please, just give me a TV. We do this for love. We do this for Aragon so that he can be unique and different, but still subservient. But if nothing else, we might not have a Generation 5 gargoyle husband for Anne. We do have a freezer. Let's throw down that biofuel refinery and let's start work on the tools, so at least we've got some sort of upgrade today. Gunsmithing would have also been incredible. That would have been a real high-tier research. I have lost years of my life trying to arrange these skulls like that. I think it might have taken about 20 minutes just to get these skulls on these shelves. 1 minute she can haul the forbidden ones, 1 minute she can't. Another minute Priscilla's coming in here, dragging the skulls off to the regular old stockpile. Then she takes a friggin' break to go and have a chat with the prisoner. Give me some flamethrowers. I don't care what we have to melt down to do it. I want a flamethrower. A flamethrower made of mushrooms. How appropriate. Now we're in the industrial age. There is something incredibly aesthetically cool about a knight in plate mail with a flamethrower. Although probably not cool for Aragon, because that man is gonna bake. Give it a go. Yep, that seems pretty good. I'm happy with that. And so here we are. Did we manage to craft Anne an extremely powerful persona vampire greatsword? No, we didn't. Did we manage to recruit a 1,000-year-old ancient vampire to turn Aragon into an equally powerful vampire? No, we built a really nice bed though. Like, that was very high tier. But what we have achieved is mastery of gas. Big old gas pumps, big old gas generators, an actual freezer running on gas, and, of course, flamethrowers. Exceedingly silly, maybe somewhat overpowered flamethrowers. I look forward to our next raid. Oh, and actually, way more importantly in the background here, all of the animals have more or less been trained up at this point. By which I mean 2 of the animals have been trained up. Really? Is that how far you got? I suppose they all needed training in guard first, didn't they? Either way, we've got some hauling going on there, and the servant grunt can actually do the thing the servant grunt was made for. I haven't seen it sweep any floors, but I'm pretty sure it can do that. So the final thing I want to do is have a quick mess around with our new colony settlements. See if there's a way that we can try and balance this out a little bit, at least until we develop the other ones. So let's get rid of all of the research, I think. And not only can we take it off of pure research, we could put it a lot into profit as well. Keep it like that for a while. That's 4,228 income. Build that up, upgrade the other 2 settlements as much as possible, and then we can get them back on the research to help out Aragon. But I do have some fairly big plans for tomorrow, not just for Nata and Aragon. We're going to try and bring everything up to a much higher standard, particularly the slave area, because if they're only mining up 1 steel at a time, it's going to take quite a long time to get anything done, right? And I also want psychic powers. I want psychic powers for everybody whenever the anima tree grows back. But either way, thank you for bearing with me today. Being ill and also having family visiting has meant recording has been a real pain in the ass over the past few days. But I am going to be recording tomorrow's episode as soon as possible, just to give myself as much time as I can to try and hit the regular schedule. So I apologize if I miss any comments on this episode, but it's either that or I might get worse. And if I am worse, I would like to have the episode ready rather than trying to work when I might have the flu. I think that's just being sensible. And finally, as always, a big thank you to the executive producer patrons for making this series possible. Soon there will hopefully be a new series starting on the main channel, because I haven't got anything basically planned for the entirety of November, so I thought it'd be a good time to throw in another series whenever we get a little bit of chance to do so. So thank you to Londart, Baldorhammer, Narfwolf, C-Mac, GJ, Feraldus, Killer Clown, CS Grebo, But I'm Homeless, Pandemic, Tenacious Bloom, Krishenk, Grant the Hero, Dang Lee Wang, Roan, and Encroslave for their support, the executive producer tiers over at Patreon. Thank you guys all for that over there. Hopefully we should have the new Patreon list soon as well, because it's the more or less the start of November now, so normally takes about 5 days to get everything cleared up, but we will hopefully have that tomorrow, assuming they're running up regular pace over at Patreon headquarters, so don't hold your breath. Thank you as well to a good chunk of Pulsar, Green King, Mr. Meeseeks, Ben Ice Cream, Redeemer, Holdemord, Streasure, Soulsalt Law, Matthewson T, Gavin, Tasnarf, Nightbee, Yolgi, Red Noah, and Catlord as well.